So today I'm going to start a new project, and this is a sort of stitch sampler, but I've decided to do it a bit different and stitch on long pieces, and then when I've finished I'm going to put them all together at the top and make like a flip so I can look through it quick. So yeah, just because, I've made a lot of books and I could have done it in one of my books. But we're going to have a go on this. And the first one I'm going to do is a fly stitch. Now this is one, I'm not going to start right at the beginning with straight stitch and knots and things like that. I'm going to go for the ones that I still have trouble with, which is probably most of them. And I've got this really old book, Better Homes and Gardens Embroidery, and it's from 1978. And reprinted in 90. So this is like the 1970s, but the stitches are still the same. So I had a look and I thought, yep, I can do that one. So we're going to start and do a basic fly stitch to start with, and I'm going to show you a few like variations, hopefully. And of course I haven't got a hoop or anything today. It's just going to be winging it, Wonky and me doing what I usually do. So you go up and down and then up like a V, like that, and then leave a little bit and go down, and that is a fly stitch. So I'm going to do a whole row because that's the way it's going to sink in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it a bit quicker, and I'm going to go up, down, and I'm going to come back up like that, because that makes the Y just as much. And then, well, it makes a V, and then you put the little tail on and it's a Y. So basically a fly stitch is just a Y. Why? I don't know why. So that's all I'm going to do. And of course they're not going to be all the same size. We know that. So repetition will drum it into me. And I'm also going to label my pages with the name of the stitch, because I will forget. Because my brain just doesn't work like that. It forgets things. I'm not going to say it's because of my age, because I think I've always been the same. I've always had a really bad memory. So, super cute little stitch. So I've tried to get colours that I hope you'll see. Let's move that out of the way. And we're going to do the next bit, which is going to be a sort of more closed up one. Same stitch. And you can draw lines if you like to draw lines, or have dots where you want your stitches to go. Then, you can do that as well. So you do an ordinary fly stitch, and then you sort of do another one like this, quite close. Now what I've seen in the book is that you have to keep this level, so the next stitch has to be there, and then you come back up at the base of that little Y. I've been doing some research for you guys, so you can just watch me, and then it leaves that sort of thing like that. I've just been looking at these. They look like little bird feet. I think they're really sweet. You could scatter them, couldn't you, like all over, like little, or put them in a little row of like a bird has just walked across the grass, or in the snow or something like that. I think that would be funny. Okay, so make sure you're level. I think that was what I've read. And come up at the tail of that one. I never used to get this stitch because I always used to come up further down. And if you want to make this really, really neat, you can measure this all out. But we don't do that, do we? We just enjoy the stitching for what it is. Come up there. How cool is that? That looks totally different. And yet it's exactly the same stitch. I mean, you could take this. Should we try and make a curve? Because you could do you could do like a circle. I mean, maybe round a hoop or something. I don't think I'm that good yet. But, you know, we could try it, couldn't we? Maybe on a project we'll try it. Maybe on my sampler I should just stick to doing like the basic bit. And I think this would look really nice as like a surround. And it does look a bit like ferns as well. So if you're doing like a garden with ferns in, sorry, I just got to untangle my thread. This would be great. It would have probably been really good for my seaweed one when I made the seaweed. I'll do that. And I'll answer my message when I'm finished. They can wait. And I think if you can keep all these at the same distance apart, it makes it look really neat. The same distance apart and level, I think. I don't know how I would go round in a circle. I'll have to practice that one. But I quite like that. That's super cool, that stitch. See, when you do some research on something, it throws up a lot of stuff that you didn't even know. And this was one. I did not know this. I've been doing this wrong for ages because I've been going that and then coming up down here, not realising that I needed to come up there. Okay, I think I'm going to stop again because I do have more ideas different for you. How about we use 2 different colours and see what that looks like? Only because I just think it might look cute. And I might try and do... Oh my goodness me, that phone. Stop ringing. I just think it might look nice. I'm going to do some like feet. Like birdie feet, like separate, and because I want to see what they look like with 2 different colours. So I've got 2 different colours of pink, like that. And I'm going to do little tiny ones. They're not little tiny, they're the same as the other size, look. And I'm going to just sort of put them all over, like this. I mean, obviously, if you've got a hoop and you're doing something proper embroidery, then, you know, that would be sort of really easy to do. But we're not using a hoop today. I do like using the hoop. It does keep your stitches sort of quite neat. But my sampler is too small to fit on there. So, look at that. I'm liking that. 2 different colours. You could choose so many different colour variations. I just think that looks really cool. And if they weren't in pink, they would look like little birdies walking up the snow. And do you notice how I always have to go the same way? That's just me. I'm guessing that if you are, you know, left-handed, you probably go the other way. But I find that really tricky. So how about that little... They look really sweet. I like them. And you can make leaves. Leaves, Carol. Come on. Goodness me, your English is awful. So to make a leaf using this stitch, you just have to put these closer together again. So the first thing I'm going to do is make 1 stitch. And I'm just going to do my leaf upright so that it makes it easy. And then you come up and put these really close together. That isn't really close together, but I want you to see what I'm doing. And I want to remember. And then you come up at the bottom of that stitch you've just made, like there. I'm hoping this is going to work because I haven't practiced. So, and I'm hoping that I come up there. This may not be a very good leaf, but you get the idea, guys. Come up there. I didn't do my little stitch down, did I? That's where I went wrong. I've got to do my stitch down. And then come up. I'm not keeping them very close together. That's the trouble. We'll have another go in a minute. Come up at the end of there. I think I'm getting better. I'm getting better. It's just practice. And you sort of have to come up a little bit further down every time, I think. Come up there. It's catching on the edge as well. I mean, that's not a bad leaf. I think I just need more cotton. Maybe a thicker cotton. Let's try that. I mean, you probably all know these, but this is for my little sampler. So, and for anybody who's as new as I am learning these stitches, I shouldn't really be able to say that anymore because I've been doing this for like ages now, but I still consider myself a learner. Okay, so I've got, oh, there's quite a thick bit. This is all my half-used cottons, threads that I just keep in the jar. I don't wind them back on. So I've got probably 5 strands there, and I'm gonna have to use quite a thicker needle, I think. Okay, let's try our leaf with maybe a thicker thread. We're gonna go sideways. Right, so I'm coming up really close. I'm not close enough. There we go. And then we're going down the other side. Hopefully I can keep this in frame for you. And then I'm coming up at the base of that stitch. Like there. I'll keep going so you can catch it. And then come down. I may not be doing this right. But this is what you can do with fly stitch, is leaves. Leaves. And then make a little stalk. And then again. Oh, it makes a really cute leaf. Look at that. Oh, it's much better with thick thread. Come up there. That's it. Oh, I got it, guys. I got it. I think I made my my stalk bit a bit big then. Oh, that's better. Look, second attempt, much better. Just keep practicing. Just keep practicing. That's the aim of the game. Oh, I like that much better. Right, I'm going to stop because it's only a little leaf. So, first attempt with, I think that was 2 strands. This one's got about 5, much more chunky and really cute. I like it. I may do some more. I'm just thinking about one more way I can do these stitches. So, got a big knot. Oh, it's at the back. You can't see it. You can't see it. It's gone. Gone. Okay, so bear with me. I'm very quickly going to do another row of those and show you something else. I might just go across a couple of times. So all I've done is another row of the stitches close together, and you've seen me do that, so I thought, do you know what, you don't need to see it again, do you? Do you? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to whip stitch and I'm just going to come up at the top. And then with a quite blunt needle, I always use a blunt needle for whip stitching, I'm just going to go under the centre. Get out all the threads that tangle themselves up. Come back to the same side. So either go right to left or go left to right. Just to add something a little bit different. Like that. I just think that looks really super cool. I love whip stitching stuff. You can do that to pretty much every stitch. And then at the end, just go back down. Because I've got a very chunky, thick needle. And I just think that just looks awesome to me. So I like that. Just finish that off. Oops. And I do know there's one more, which I'm not confident in. It's like this, really close together. And I'm going to have a go, but I'm not sure if I can do it. And I might do some more leaves, but let's have a go. So I'm going to do one stitch, and it's just going to be a little one. I just want to get all my fly stitching on the same page. So I'm just thinking, if I come up sort of here maybe, because I don't want to come up like a leaf, and level. Oops, level, Carol. Do you know what that means? Level, yes? Oh, this stick. Come up at the pointer there. Don't catch on there. And then, oh, I didn't come up right where it was. I did that somewhere else as well, I think. Oh, no, I didn't. I was very good. That's what happens if you don't come up in the right place. You have a little gap. And I'm going to leave just a tiny little stitch at the bottom because I'm going to come up. That's not going down very well. Really close. Not as close as I did for the leaves, but just a bit closer than this one. Like there. And have a little... I'm going to try and come up in the right place because that does help. Like this. And just have a little tiny stalky bit. I don't know what it's called. But I don't think I'm going to forget the fly stitch now. It's super easy when you get the hang of it. And there's a few different variations you can do with it. I imagine it'd be really good for gardens. Anytime you're doing stitch in a garden, it'd be a good stitch. Like I say, it would have been good if I'd have, I'm getting a bit further apart. I need to be closer together. As I said, I haven't done this one before. I just thought, oh, I could put them closer together. That'd be different. I've just made it smaller, really. I'm very tangled up as well. Spin, spin. Okay, right, let's see if I can make it closer together. It's weird, very weird. Right. I mean, it's slightly different to the other one. I suppose you can space them out as much as you like. Give different variations. But I think I'm going to call that pretty much done. I'm going to stitch the name on. I hope you have a go at fly stitching. If you haven't tried it before, have a go. My video will be here in the Basic Stitches library if you need to. Oh, I've gone wrong. Look, that's because I'm chatting. I've gone over there instead of doing my straight down, haven't I? Rethread. Well, it had to happen. It had to happen. I had to rethread at some point. Get off. So don't forget to do your little tail. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, they look like little leaves. I could do like more leaves like that, couldn't I? Oh, I could. But at least it gives me some ideas about what stitches I can use when I'm doing different projects. So if you've got any stitches that you want me to have a go at to fill my sampler book in, let me know. And I will have a go at them. I'll do a bit of research, find out variations on a theme, and we will do it together. How about that? Does that sound good? I am just going to write fly on here somehow. I'm quite looking, I like Caroline's ideas when she does her writing on her, like those scrolls she did. Oh, so amazing. I want to do that now as well. And I'm also going to leave some room on here in case I find any other variations of fly stitch that I can add. Because I think, you know, we're never actually finished, do we? There's always something new coming up. Fly should be easy. Just don't make me do ones with S's. S's are really hard to stitch. I'm basically just doing like a weird little back stitchy sort of thing. So I'm just going down, and I know it doesn't need to be this big, but you know what? My sampler book, if I want to do it big, I can do it big. It's only one little tiny word, so we should be all right. If it's a long one, I might be in trouble. I might. Well, this has been super fun, and I don't think I'm going to forget fly stitch now, which is really good. And you know what I could do for the Y? A big fly stitch. Ah, yay, like that. Come down to finish my page off. A fly stitch for fly. How cool is that? I am chuffed to pieces, and I've got some room if I need to add any more, if I want to practice my leaves. I want to say thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.